All right, as always, thanks for joining. Well, today we're going to be testing out the Brinyte flashlight.
Hey, I should be testing that because I'm the Dark Knight.
All right, you can test out the flashlight. I got other things I can do. You're psycho.
Where is he? Where?
All right, well, today we're going to be looking at the Brinyte PT16A, and this thing packs a ton of features, and we're going to be reviewing it in the middle of daylight, which is kind of weird for a flashlight, right? Well, there's a ton of features that I'm going to be able to show you today. One of them being this disorienting beam, which is really cool. Even in daylight, this thing is extremely bright and disorienting. Another one of the features is this belt clip. It has a very nice heavy-duty belt clip. Once you put it on there, that thing is staying on for sure. It is not going anywhere. The other feature that I really love is this finger loop. It comes stock with this bezel on it, but you can swap that out for this finger loop, which makes it really fun for twirling around. I had a similar thing like this on the microphone at my daughter's wedding. It made for a really cool look when you were trying to sing in the microphone. But it also orients these buttons really nice for your thumb, so you can quickly either turn the flashlight on or hit the disorienting button. So in a tactical situation, if you needed to use this, you'd be able to quickly, if you had a firearm with you, disorient and use less than lethal tactics if you needed to. So it is a really cool little flashlight. It also has some tungsten glass breakers right here that we'll be testing out later on. It has some cool features, so once you turn it on, you can then use this thumb button to adjust. And it has several different modes, down to low, medium, high, and what they call turbo. Turbo only lasts for a couple of seconds, and I think it's for an extreme brightness. It comes stock with a 5,000 milliamp hour rechargeable battery. And all you have to do to install it is simply unscrew it, thread this guy in, and it is rechargeable by a USB-C port that is located right here. All you have to do is simply just slide this rubber cover off and stick a charging cable in there and charge that thing up. It also comes with this lanyard, which is not big enough for my fat hands to fit into, but maybe it'll work for you. And then it comes with this holster, which has a really nice heavy-duty plastic clip on it. It allows you to leave that ring on it, and then this sticks out of it, which is interesting because if you really needed to, you could still use your flashlight, although this is very tough to get back off because it has a really nice, it's actually a really good clip. This thing does rotate, so you could turn this on and actually use it as a hands-free way to shine the flashlight, which is kind of cool. Like it's a cool bonus that I don't think a lot of flashlights would ever include. Like I said, the whole bottom is opened up, and you could feel a little bit of heat coming off this bad guy. But if you were walking along, it would be kind of nice out in the woods. You could be hands-free and use this to kind of guide your way. It is really a cool option that I guess I've never even thought of. So one of the tests that I've already run was how long does the battery last? So according to their chart here, runtime on high is 230 minutes. What I ended up doing is I set this up on a time lapse. I turned this thing on high. I set it up at night to run. I came back the next morning, turned the light on, and found this thing was still going. So I just let it run the entire day. Came back 24 hours later, and this flashlight was actually still running. I was just blown away. Now, of course, it wasn't on full bright mode, but it still had enough light that you could easily walk around at nighttime and see everything. So the battery lasted over 24 hours, which I was totally shocked by. So super impressed with the battery life on this thing. Again, it's a 5,000 milliamp hour. This thing claims 2,000 lumens, and I don't have a way to measure lumens, but I tell you what, this thing's definitely one of the brightest flashlights that I have. Been super impressed with it so far. But one of the things that I was just really looking forward to is this thing has like a brass knuckle kind of feel, has this little point on it, and I just feel like this thing is a tactical flashlight, so let's punch some stuff with it. So I may regret this, but first up is a well-shaken can of sun-kissed orange. So here we go. That was pretty cool. And I didn't cut my knuckles all up. Next we've got our burglar. This should be a little bit easier. We've got a milk jug that's definitely got a little thinner skin. And you know, if he's breaking in, you know, if we disorient him, maybe we got to give him a punch to the face. So here we go. Yep. That rinsed me off. Flashlight still works. Alright, so we're going to put this flashlight to the test. It has the 3 tungsten bits. They call them glass breakers. And we've got ourselves an official GM glass window. And safety third, so we'll put gases on, I guess. Okay, I'm going to go a little harder. Alright. I guess if I'm stuck in a car, I might not need this guy. Woo! That did it. Woo! That did it. That was pretty sweet. Alright, Garth, have at it. Pretty good thing.
Oh, takes quite a whack. So you think it's all 3 or just one?
I don't know. It's interesting because it actually like spidered it, and it didn't really. Wow. So why did that? Is that window not tempered? That's weird. Why? Like that's through.
It's laminated.
So why did it not just do the whole explosion?
Well, now I'm bummed. Tempered. This one says laminated.
Oh.
That right there. Tempered. This one does not say tempered.
Alright, so one says tempered, one says laminated. Someone in the auto world, the glass auto world, tell me why the driver's side window was laminated, but the rear was tempered. Is the driver more important than the passenger, or the passenger more important than the driver? Why do they get different glass? Please tell me why in the comments below. Another feature this flashlight has, it is IP68 waterproof. Sounds all fancy, but what's it really mean? Well, had to go to the interwebs to figure that out. What it basically means is, IP68 rating means it is protected against dust and small particles like sand and dirt. To achieve this rating, the manufacturer performs a dust ingress test that can last up to 8 hours. That's what the 6 stands for. And the 8 means the device can withstand temporary submersion in water up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. However, the exact depth the device can tolerate depends on the specific product. So, IP68 rated. So here we go. Turn the flashlight on, dropping it in water, and let's let it sit for an hour, and we'll come back. Alright, so here we are 1 hour later, and our flashlight is still going strong with 0 issues. So not only did it last an hour on, but it lasted an hour on in the water. So again, I'm not surprised. It has O-rings in the back, as well as it comes with 2 replacement O-rings, so you can replace those O-rings if you wanted to. Still, oops, turn it off. Still disorienting, and what's crazy is, let's take the cell phone camera here, and you can see what I'm seeing. It is reflecting off of my neighbor's tail lights and everything else across the street in daylight here. You can see this thing is bright. This is 50 yards from my back fence. And we're at low. And at low, you can't see it on the lens here, but I can just barely start to make out my targets on the back fence. Medium, and I can see those things awesome. High, again, it's like looking at daylight at 50 yards. It's ridiculous. And then turbo is just blinding. So this thing is just ridiculously bright. I mean, shining it up on the trees. I know this camera definitely doesn't do it justice. So overall, this thing has performed well under all of my crazy testing that I do, and really excited to have this flashlight. Alright, so I was just about ready to upload the video, and Brinyte ended up sending me a code to get you guys 17% off, and all you're going to have to do at Amazon checkout is type in the code JROD1102, and they're going to get you 17% off buying that light. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this review. You can check this thing out in the link in the description below. There's a direct link to Amazon, as well as a discount code that they've included. And as always, thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next time. And looking at some of the features, one of them being this disorienting beam that it has. I tell you what, this thing is really bright. It is extremely, wow, extremely disorienting. And we're going to be talking about all of its features, so stick around. Oh, the camera's over there. My bad.